Hey guys, it's Backyard Jay coming to you, not live at all, because this is pre-recorded before I load it onto YouTube. So, yeah, and we have Echo, Katie. Hi, Katie. Oh, what's up? I just wanted to speak to you guys and gals about mechanics and why they have a bad name. Well, there's a lot of idiots out there that give good mechanics a bad name. There's no question about that. There is the 10-minute lube joints, you know, Mr. Lube, Economy Lube, like that's what we have here in Canada. I'm not sure what's on stateside, but things of that nature. You got Walmart, which we obviously have here and in the States. They have tire and lube joints in there too, and they'll try to sell you crap like crazy. It's just unbelievable. So these places basically, they make their money on commission, and well, they make their money, of course, hourly, but they also get a commission on anything that they can convince the customer to buy, such as transmission flushes, etc., etc., brake fluid flushes, which these 10-minute lube joints, in my opinion, are not supposed to be doing, and they don't. That's the thing. They don't do them properly. That's just it. So a brake fluid flush, for example, would mean that you're opening the bleeder screws at every single wheel for the wheel cylinders and calipers, and basically flowing brake fluid through the system. So the clean fluid that you're pouring into the master cylinder is coming out clean at the furthest point, the right rear. Then you would move to left rear, then right front, and then left front. So you always work furthest away from the master cylinder to the closest, and that's how you do a proper brake fluid flush. They don't do that. What they do is they use a vacuum device and they suck the brake fluid out and just refill it with fresh brake fluid. Well, when you apply the brakes three or four times, the fluid that was clean in the master cylinder is just going to be black again, because it's kind of circulates in a way, not completely, like doesn't actually circulate, but it works its way back and forth. So basically, the fluid that's actually in the caliper or in your wheel cylinder is always going to pretty much be that same fluid, but it's a gimmick, and they charge you a stupid, insane amount of money to do it, and they're actually not doing anything for your system whatsoever. Another thing is coolant flushes. Now, yeah, it is a good thing to do that, but I mean, if you're driving a 2010, even, right? I mean, we're going into 2015. If your car's a 2010 and somebody's told you that you need a coolant flush, well, they're full of shit. There's no way, because I think the minimum lifespan on coolant is like the 5-year mark is when it should be changed. And mileage, yeah, but it's all about, really, in my opinion, yes, it does get used, but it doesn't get worked. I mean, the only thing that coolant lubricates is a water pump, essentially. That's pretty much it. So it's not an oil where it's being worn. That's more of a time thing, and something that's been being heated and cooled and heated and cooled and heated and cooled. So I think 5 years is like the cheapest coolant you can get. So like I said, if you have a 2010, somebody's trying to sell you a coolant flush, well, they're full of shit. So no way. Absolutely no way, never fall for it. Obviously, oil changes are a good thing. However, with the way engines are built nowadays, in this 21st century, the old rule of thumb here in Canada was 5,000 kilometers or every 3 months. And I think it was like 3,000 miles in 3 months in the US. Again, pile of shit. Again, our engine tolerances here, like with manufacturing processes the way they are now, don't require, even with conventional motor oil, an oil change at 5,000 kilometers. Most cars nowadays actually have an oil life monitor system on them that gets reset every time the oil is changed. It of course comes brand new, or at 100% when the car is brand new, and then it gets reset with every oil change. Your car will tell you when you need the oil change. Don't go by the 5,000 kilometer thing anymore, because it's really not accurate anymore. and that's even with standard conventional oil. A lot of cars now run synthetic oil. That's fine and dandy. It's very expensive. It lasts longer. Personally, I've always been a conventional motor oil kind of guy. However, the TDI that I drive does require, what do I put in that damn thing now? I think it's 5W40 synthetic, and it's expensive. I mean, even at my mechanic's cost, it's I think it retails $88 a jug for a 5-liter jug. I think I pay like 50 something, but stupid expensive. I don't believe it's necessary for a lot of things. And actually, I notice oil consumption to be a lot higher on my TDI when I'm running this nice expensive oil, opposed to the old conventional 15W40 heavy diesel oil. So anyways, probably going to go back to doing that. So I just figured I'd give it a try to see if I noticed any difference, and I did. Worse, but that's just me and my particular piece of shit that I drive. So, anyways, when finding a mechanic, and this is what people need to know, when finding a mechanic, you don't want to go to a big corporation place. Like here in Canada, we have Canadian Tire. I'm not sure what you would have in the States for the for those big guys. For like the big automotive shops, it's like, you know, 50 bays or 50 or a shop, like one big door and then a big long shop with 50 hoists in it, and everybody that works there literally just got out of trade school, if they went to school at all. And they're part slingers. What they do is basically you bring your car and it has a problem, maybe it doesn't start or it runs rough or whatever else, and with their very limited knowledge, they'll throw parts at it, which you're paying for, because once they're installed, you can't uninstall them. So I think my camera's about to die anyways, but once they're installed, you can't uninstall them. You pay for the labor. I think the best thing to do when finding a mechanic is you want to find a semi-small shop that has, you know, 3 or 4 employees. Guys that are paid hourly. These big shops aren't paid hourly, they're actually paid piecework. So the more parts they throw at your car trying to make it work again, the more money they're making. So what you want to do is you want to find a medium-sized shop, you know, 5 employees, I would say, 5 to 6 at the most, a shop where guys are paid hourly, and don't get any commissions or incentives. Those are the best shops to find, because often those employees are treated very well. It doesn't matter if it's Friday afternoon, they're not going to get out of there any faster. They're still going to be there the same amount of time, still making the same amount of money. Nothing's different, nothing changes. So they're often very good in the trade, and they've worked hard to get to where they are, to have that hourly job kind of comfort where you're not just sitting there trying to upsell crap and everything else. Those are the guys that are going to be able to run the proper diagnostics. They're likely going to have the proper equipment, the proper tools, the know-how and the know-how and the knowledge, and that's the most important thing. The labor rate per hour, generally a little bit more expensive. I would say probably between $10 and $15 more expensive on a labor rate, but you know what? It's worth it in the end. You know the old saying, you get what you pay for? Well, you do. And if you try to cheap out, it's going to end up costing you more. It's how it always works. So go with the higher standard first, and you're going to get very good quality results. So that's pretty much what I have to say to you guys, and that's just because I've been noticing a lot of people talking about that lately, and actually I've been asked quite a few times too. And beer's lovely and delicious. I'm sitting here talking, I don't get to enjoy any of my beer or my vape. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, a small to medium-sized shop, 5-6 employees. You know, those are the guys that are gonna have the knowledge, the know-how, and get your car fixed, serviced, and whatever you need done properly. Because like I said, They're making the same amount of money per hour no matter what they're doing. They're working the same amount of hours no matter what. So again, Friday afternoon, doesn't matter. They're not going to try and rush your job, your car, and give it back to you, and it's going to fail on you because they didn't end up fixing the problem. It's just not going to happen. The end of the day comes and they're not done fixing the car. Basically, they're going to tell you that it's not ready yet, and you got to wait till Monday. So, it may kind of sound shitty, but it's better for you in the long run. So, quit mooning the camera. Why are you putting your ass on TV? Eh? You crazy kitty. So anyway, that's about it. So, any questions, feel free to, I guess, leave a comment, and if I can, I'll reply. If I see it, I'll reply. I don't even know how messaging or anything works on YouTube anymore. I don't know how YouTube works at all anymore. I'm not even getting paid from them anymore. They owe me a bunch of money, but they, well, as you've seen in a couple videos ago, they keep screwing up my information somehow, or I don't know. I put the right information in, and I don't get paid. So, fuck it. Anyways, this video is to help you, not for me to make money. So, this video is for nothing but advice and to help my fans and subscribers. And I guess it'll even help haters and people who don't care at all and just wanted to browse around on YouTube. So, cheers and beers. We'll chat with you later. Thanks for sitting down with Backyard Jay.